Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a Nine of Pentacles, well, this is a fine way to start. This is a card that's all about gaining, about receiving, about building something up, right? This is also the card about living your best life, right? So we got to put this into some context. This is a lot of different things that it could be. This could be the return of something. I almost feel like something is being restored to you, right? If you lost something. If we have, if we've been in need of a restoration of health, a rejuvenation, right? Let's see what's going on. Let's put some context around this before we start getting into all the variables, yeah? Nine of Pentacles. Oh, Six of Cups. I think we're gaining a lot of better days. Right? A lot of good times. This could be really a health thing. With the Six of Cups, I'm getting kind of a chest or a heart kind of thing going on. And I don't know if this is maybe healing after a heartbreak. Right? I feel like we are gaining love. We are gaining healing. We are gaining this sense of wholeness. We're gaining this connection. Yeah. So this might be healing after a loss, right? Or after a heartbreak. Let's see what else we've got. Three of Cups. There's the Death card. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. There is... Well, it might not be the loss of a person. Let's say it may not be literally that a loved one has transitioned into spirit. But it could be the loss of a partnership, the loss of a connection. Something has transformed here. Okay. With this Justice or Adjustment card, there's been some sort of transition in this partnership that we're in. Okay, this is some sort of a formal contract, or it could be a marriage, it could be a collaboration, it could be a business partnership. There's been something that has happened there, and I think this is us really being made whole again afterwards. Now, this could be really a financial thing more than anything. Let's continue with our card. We've got the Chariot card now. Look at that. Look at that. An Ace of Pentacles, yeah, okay. Hermit energy, yep, makes sense. Makes sense, and that makes sense too. Yeah, I feel like you were maybe in business with someone. I don't know if it was you were working with a family member. And I feel like that is no longer the case, right? I feel like that is that's a partnership or a situation that is kind of been dissolved. It's run its course. It's no longer serving your purposes. And I feel like there is now this forward motion of you on your own. We have solo cards. Right? This shows an individual. This shows an individual. This is one goat, right? With all of this potential in there for your success, your progress, your creativity. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. That is one. That is solo, right? So I feel like this partnership has run its course, and maybe it was something quite emotional, right? The Three of Cups here. It could be a family thing. It could even be a marriage. There's no animosity. There's no anger here. I'm feeling that it's a mutual thing. It's very amicable, right? There's still love there. There's still respect there. It's time to go a different direction. Yeah. It's time for you to focus on what really is going to make you happy. The Three of Cups is you understanding the process of creation, the process of change on the emotional plane. Maybe your feelings have changed. Maybe their feelings have changed. Maybe it's mutual. Yeah. Maybe this is a partnership. It could be a business thing, could be a marriage, whatever it is. This is something that there's no animosity, there's no anger. The feelings have changed. The direction that you want to go has changed. Okay? And now we're taking another look at this 9 of Pentacles, if I can get it off the table. Because this is a card of gain. This is a card of progress, of living our best life. We're looking to always move forward and get better and better and better, right? We want to move forward. We don't want to tread water where we are, and we certainly don't want to go backwards, right? And even the Death card says, you can't go backwards. This is a forward-moving energy of the universe. We can't rewind time, all right? So we're looking to always live our best life. We're looking to fulfill our potential, our purpose, and to always move forward, get better and better. Improve our lives in whatever way that means to you, right? Being able to create these moments of joy and beauty and connection and bliss, the sense of community, the sense of progress, financial progress, maybe, right? We don't really talk about money a lot on this channel, do we? I think it's implied. I think money is one of those things that, yes, we all want and need, some of us more than others. And it's just kind of, it's one aspect of the earth energy. It's not the most important aspect. At times it may feel like it is. So this card is definitely you focusing on improving your life. And that's financially, that's health-wise, that's relationships, that's creativity, that's spirituality. Yeah. So this is you wanting to live your best life. And I think that the situation that you're in with this partnership, it's no longer making the progress. There's been this kind of diminished returns, right? It's now we've been here, we've done that, it's worked for us, we still cherish that, there's no hard feelings, but we're not seeing progress anymore, therefore we've got to go a different way. Okay? And what really is motivating you is this 3 of Cups. This idea of abundance, of creative energy. And it might be that this was a creative collaboration, that you're now feeling like you're not really able to evolve or grow as an artist. I think that's why a lot of artists kind of go solo, right? They want to explore other things. They realize that they're not able to make the magic that they used to make, and that's what we're all here for, is to perform our art and perfect our lives. Jim Morrison said that. One of my heroes, to be honest with you. We have to realize when a situation is no longer serving our needs, whatever those needs may be. Okay? Whether it's family, whether it's love, romance, whether this is just business or creative partnership or one or more or all of these things. We have to let things go when it's time to let them go. We don't want to hang on to something until the fruit has become rotten, right? There's a point where something is ripe, you've got to eat it, or it's going to just, if you hold on to it, it's going to get overripe, right? It's going to expire on its own, and it's going to spoil. So we have to know when Spirit is saying, okay, it's time to let things go and move on. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's not a lot of fire cards here to say that you're angry about it. At first I thought the 9 of Pentacles might be the return of something you lost, but I don't feel like it is. I think it is you letting go of something so that you can continue to make progress and move forward and grow. Right? Continue to gain, which is that 9. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're going to set it down over here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right on top, right next to slightly less tiny Bob Ross. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, all right? But it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you get an idea or a hunch about that card, go ahead and put a prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise of intuition, all right? Now, we've got a lot of major arcana cards here. We got Death, we've got Justice, we've got Chariot. Yeah. This, to me, the Justice or Adjustment card, to me, it's kind of the card of karma. It's kind of become the card of timing. right? Where it's just kind of like things are in the right, it's the right balance. It's just that right moment, that perfect moment. There's no schedule. There's no there's no clock that we're operating by and says, oh no, we've still got this for 10 more minutes and I'm going to, no, it's just kind of, it feels right. And when we see that the moment is there and that window of opportunity and it just feels like this is the time, then we continue on. Then we take advantage. Then we do it. It's, you're waiting for a store to open and you're thinking, come on, it's 9 a.m. You're supposed to be open now. And you're waiting at the door and you're getting mad because the door's not opening, right? This isn't one of those things. This is just where we're here and the door's going to open when everything is just right. When everything just seems to be perfect, the doors will open and it's up to you to travel through, right? And that's the Chariot card. This is you being ready to take advantage of that window of opportunity. So it really is this idea of timing, but not in a linear kind of chronological sense. It's more of a feeling. And I think that you're really after the manifestation of this feeling. You want your world to reflect this kind of magic that you're motivated by, right? This is kind of your spiritual experience here. This is the abundance of which you are capable of producing. This is the love and the passion and the creativity that is within you. And then this is you connecting in the environment with that. This is you connecting with that energy out in the world. This is the reflection of what's within you. So it really is time to move on from whatever this is. Now, again, looking at the major arcana cards, we see the Hermit, we see the Devil. These two are companions, right? This is the only companion of the Hermit is the Devil, right? And and I mean that in the best possible ways, because this is your ambition to manifest what is within you. First, we have to know what is within us. We have to find our light, find that essence. And it's represented by that egg with the serpent around it. Find what our essence is, what is within us in that embryonic state that we want to produce out into the world. Right? And this is you kind of giving birth to that, right? If you want to paint that picture. This is you manifesting what is within you out into your life, right? Sharing it with the universe in maybe a literal way, maybe in a figurative way. Doesn't mean that you're doing something public or for public display, but you're manifesting that. You're giving form to that essence that's within you. And that's shown here in the Chariot card, because that is the Holy Grail, that this orb that you're holding on to, that is your essence, that is your spirit. A lot of circular energy here today, right? We've got the Six of Cups, it's that circular. This is that orb, the lamp here from within, the orbs down here at the bottom of the tree. The seed form of this Ace of Pentacles. And it's really a way for you to continue growing your best life, manifesting your best life in this constant evolution. Constant evolution. Okay. And the Chariot card is really the idea of obedience. Okay. And I know it's not really a word that we really like. I don't hear that thrown around too often. Obedience. What are we being obedient to? I think that's become a bad word, lately. Obedience. Because we think of like an authoritarian, strict parents or taskmasters or something. But what we're being obedient to is our own spiritual calling, our own soul, our own sense of divinity. That's what our human personality has to obey, right? It's what we have to follow. It's our job, it's our work, it's our responsibility to safeguard our spiritual essence, nurture it, and allow it to find its place, allow it to grow, allow it to find roots and to really push forth and blossom. Yeah. So we started the reading kind of thinking that we needed to heal from something, that there's some kind of a heartbreak or something, and we're trying to recover from that. And maybe that's still the case. Maybe it's difficult for us not to look at this transition, right? This thing here as being a loss or being some sort of a heartbreak that we then have to heal from. But let's try to look at it as in a different way, from a different angle. Okay. Let's go over to the Path of the Serpent. As we talk about these cards, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, I think you should. It helps out the channel. It doesn't cost anything, and that way I can send you notifications when new readings come out. All right. Win-win situation here. Speaking of win-win, we've got the Six of Wands. That's the win-win situation, right? We've got a six. We've got a Six of Cups here, and we've got the Six of Wands. We got win-win, right? Emotionally and creatively, spiritually. And that's what I mean when there's no animosity with this person. I don't know who this other person is. They could very well be a Libra person, but that's not really the point here. We're choosing to walk through this doorway or this window of opportunity and leave this, whatever this union was, whatever this partnership was, we're choosing to kind of take the lead of spirit, right? And follow the lead of spirit, I should say, and walk through that doorway and allow this union to become part of the past. Okay, whether it's a breakup or the dissolution of a marriage or a contract or of a collaboration. It's like a separation from something. But again, there's no animosity. There's not even really the need for heartache, because this is something that actually is going to be a good feeling, right? And we see this here in the Six of Cups, that this is a mutual thing, that this is allowing both of you to pursue that expression of your essence. And it's not that you were hindering them from doing that or they were hindering you. It's just something that we all need to kind of do on our own. And sometimes we do this, sometimes our paths cross with people, and then other times our paths diverge. Okay, and that's just the flow. That's just the way the snake kind of slithers on the ground. There's convergence, and I think right now there is the divergence. Yeah, going in separate ways. And that is all done out of love. We're not trying to cling to that thing, which then is kind of it feels like love, but it's really just detrimental to both parties. Yeah. This is all done for the idea of union, so that you can converge with what you're meant to converge with now or next, and them as well. Maybe the two of you converge again together at some point in the future, right? Things have to be separated for them to come together. And this is that coming together. And then with the Wands over here too, this is that kind of win-win situation. And what's going on here is going to be the best for all parties involved. Now, the Ace of Pentacles here is showing kind of a new start for you. It's kind of you're breaking ground on some new project. And now I just went through this whole discussion with, I don't remember if it was Leo or Cancer, with this idea of the aces being this kind of a new thing, a fresh start, starting over, going from 0 to 1 and that kind of thing. It doesn't have to exactly be like that. And I think that a lot of us don't like change. We don't like transitions because it feels like everything gets swept away and we have to start from scratch. This is a new beginning, but it doesn't mean we're starting from scratch. It doesn't mean we throw away everything we've ever been or done or thought or felt or experienced, and we have to build up again from 0. That's not it. This is more a continuation, but on a higher plane. Because we know that the aces and the tens are interchangeable. Every doorway is both an exit and an entrance. Every beginning is an ending. Every ending is a beginning. Right? Every death is a rebirth, and that sort of thing. And when we look at it that way, yeah, we don't like death. We don't like endings, right? Because then what? So we could look at these as continuations, but on a higher plane. Okay? And I feel like that's what you're doing right now. You're starting something new, you're continuing something, but on a higher plane. Okay? And that seems like right now it involves a lot of introspection. It involves a lot of soul searching. You have to trust your feelings here. You have to trust this inner light. You have to trust your guiding principle. Your star is in there. Okay? And I'm pretty sure in one of your past readings, we saw you getting intimately close to your star, your soul, your spirit. God, goddess, deity, your destiny, the purpose and meaning of your life. You know? And I think the Hermit is asking you to reconnect with that star. It's not a brand new connection. It's not something you got to start from scratch. No, it's already there. You just got to kind of recognize it again and dust it off and be like, hey, there you are. I knew you were in there somewhere, you know. And now we're really getting ready to create. I think that your soul right now, your imagination is a very fertile ground. And it's ready to start producing forms, producing new things. If you're an artist, this is the time where your creativity and your imagination are just going to expand. Wild growth, right, of all of these ideas, all this creativity. Very fertile time for you. Yeah, very, very fertile time for you. And we see that fertility, really, manifesting in the world with this devil energy. Okay, this is you creating in the world, in your life. Now, maybe you're not an artist. It doesn't matter what you do. The idea is that you are doing something that is an expression of your essence, of your soul, of who you truly are underneath everything else. Yeah. Underneath everything else. And even the Six of Wands is that learning process. We realize that even what feels like challenges, maybe this felt like a heartbreak, everything you go through makes you stronger. It brings you to a deeper understanding, awareness, an appreciation, an identity with yourself, with your star, that little lamp that's right there in that Hermit. This is really, to me, this is an inspired reading. This is taking something that, yes, it might not feel very good right now. And maybe for some of you, this is the loss of a loved one. Okay, maybe somebody has transitioned into spirit. Okay, and I'm truly sorry for that loss if that's what this is for you. But we need to incorporate that into who we are, and we need to see things from this kind of angle where we don't get angry, we don't feel that kind of rage against the process of life. You know, and maybe that's a phase that you've been through. Maybe that's why we've got the Six of Wands here, because we don't want to lose this kind of equilibrium, because maybe before you were at a Five of Wands and you were really angry about this. Now this card is showing a little bit of this kind of peace and understanding kind of the beauty of everything and how everything works together and why it all is the way it is. We don't want to lose this harmony, right? This is that suspended bliss, that absolute kind of perfect resonance. We don't want to lose that. And probably why this card's in this position of the obstacle here. Okay, but you've got a lot more mountains to climb. You really do. And I feel like you are, you're ready to do that. Even if it feels right now that, even in the physical form, if you have to do it alone, right? Let's say you don't have a significant other, you don't have a partner, you don't have a collaborator, you're a solo artist, right? It doesn't mean that you're alone. It doesn't mean that you are not intimately connected with every other consciousness and all of the other energies in the universe. And it also doesn't mean that you don't have a support system around you. I think between these, especially these two cards, you do have a lot of people that care about you. Even if it feels like this is something that you have to do alone, because it's an internal spiritual experience. You can't really share it with anybody, right? It doesn't mean that there aren't people around you that have been through that before, that kind of know what you're going through, or that at least can, you know, and will be there for you, right? But I don't really see that you're leaning too much on other people like that. I think you're finding that inner strength and this kind of inner creativity, and I feel an excitement, you know? I feel that there is really this eagerness to start doing this kind of new thing. It's the continuation on a higher plane, right? To do this work. I feel you're looking forward to this kind of creativity. It feels good. I want to look at the mystery card, Maybe this will be a little bit of air energy again. We don't have any swords cards here, right? We might need a little bit of air. I don't know. That's, what else do we really need? Nothing. I think maybe a little bit of air, maybe a 6 of swords would be perfect, right? And we've got a 6 of cups, 6 of wands, 6 of swords. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments, all right? Oh, a 2 of cups. See? Convergence again. And we see the 2 serpents on the caduceus right below the winged lion. And those serpents are diverging and converging. That's the flow of life. That's the nature of the opposites, right? Beginnings and endings, me and you, them and us. And we're going away, we're coming back together. We're going away, we're coming back together. So every separation is an opportunity for a union. Every exit is an entrance somewhere else. Every ending is a beginning. Every stop is a start. Yeah. And it really, again, it depends on how we want to look at it. But it's through the coming together, it's through the unions that we experience the most wisdom and courage. Right, that winged lion. It's through that love, and love is what brings those things together. And they even say, like, if you really love something, let it go. And maybe if it's meant for you, your paths will converge again. Yeah. That doesn't mean that this person and you are going to come back together. Maybe maybe you broke up with somebody. It doesn't mean that the two of you have to get back together. But it means that you will experience this union again on a higher plane with yourself, God, Goddess, Deity, with your purpose, with your creativity, with this person, another person, different person, whatever. It's that feeling, it's that love of coming together with something. That is always, always in our future. Okay? I'm starting to get the chills now. We're going to do an extended reading. And if you want to stick around for the extended, there's a link up here. There's a link down below in the video description. New readings for Sagittarius every Wednesday and Sunday. I am here every day. You can come back, see me again tomorrow. All right. If you haven't subscribed yet, I think you should. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. All right. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.